How much power does this bike have?
So legally 1200 watts is the maximum.
Yes.
It's not very well defined. No. It's defined as a 500 watt nominal. I'm running a 72 volt 20 amp hour battery and a 40 amp controller. So I keep it limited most of the time. It always flashes up in bicycle legal 1200. The Cycle Analyst V3 allows me to program and flash through different settings. So my medium speed city power is 1800 watts and a 40 kilometer per hour top speed.
Oh wow,
40K.
Yeah.
How was Fort Cove Hill? Did you go up the hill?
Yeah, so it goes up Forts Cove Hill easily on 1800.
But you're pedaling all the time, aren't you?
Yeah, so what's different about this is I'm running what's called a generator drive. So when you're pedaling the bike, you are spinning the back wheel. And you're driving it by a chain with one very low gear.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Is here. So this is a power splitter. Half of your power goes back, the other half goes forward and into that hub motor generator. As soon as you exceed 10 kilometers per hour, then the motor's doing all the work, and your energy is just going into the generator.
But to keep the motor going, you keep pedaling.
Well, you can just turn the throttle on.
Oh, and you got a little throttle on there,
Yeah, so it's a throttle bike. So
whoa, here you go.
So we're going 50 kilometers an hour. So it has cruise control built in too. So if you leave it locked on for 6 seconds, then you can just take your hands off. Regenerative braking.
Yeah.
Having regen braking is a really handy feature. It's just a nice way to slow down, which is nice, as I said, with this thing. So the way it works is basically when I'm starting out, I pedal and I can help get up to 10 kilometers per hour. Once I'm at 10 kilometers per hour, then this back is just freewheeling because it's got a freewheel there, and all of my energy is just going into the generator.
Right. Wow. So you're okay.
But what that means is I don't have to shift through any bicycle gears to match my human energy to the speed the vehicle's going. And I get to pedal all the time at a constant cadence against a constant resistance, including while going downhill or while braking. So my quality of exercise over a given period of time is actually better than on a bicycle, because I can pedal as hard as I want to, and as I said, I can pedal all the time.
Get your cardiovascular.
Totally. And with the elevated pedaling station, I also don't have to worry about pedal strike around corners. So I can pedal around corners, and so as a result, once you have to, it's a mental switch of just, I just pedal all the time. Yeah. But once you make that switch, the exercise is amazing. As a result of it being so easy, you ride the things all the time. So
people are always asking us, do you get power back in the battery when you pedal? And we say, no, you don't get that much anyway, but apparently you do.
Well, yeah, so on this, you do and you don't. This is a heavy vehicle.
How heavy?
220 pounds with the battery. The production version, I'm hoping to get down to 120 without battery. So with the regen, because as I said, when I squeeze the brake lever a little bit, the motor becomes a generator. With regen, I get about 4% back, and the Cycle Analyst allows me to keep track of that. It's a philosophical switch. This is legally a bicycle, but I made a deliberate departure. Said, no, I'm going to accept that it will not be something you pick up and carry out.
Yeah, you need parking. You need your battery as well to household circuit and charge it that way. Yeah. Is the charger built in?
No, it could be, but it's I'm running Grin is actually the same company out of Vancouver.
Oh, look at
I love Grin. I've done a lot of business with
I'm running
Grin.
their satiator charger, which is very nice because it's programmable.
I have one of those. I love it.
Yeah, and I only charged 85%.
Right,
which means
you were talking
that my
about
battery
that.
will last almost twice as long.
Yes.
As it would if you charged to the full
Storage.
Yeah, and then this pops off, and a child can ride it.
Somebody can. Oh, of course.
Yeah, bum in there, legs in there.
Oh, okay.
And what's really nice about when they ride there too, what's really nice about it is that their head is here, my head is here, so we can talk. They're not stuck behind my back.
Right.
Here out behind. So yeah, we can just roll down the street having a conversation.
Very cool.
Wow.
Wow. I'm looking at the way there must be sort of a little dance you do to get into the seat and locate your legs.
No, so that was another. The recumbent crowd has always accepted that you should be some kind of contortionist to get onto your bicycle. To my mind, that part of what's preventing people from getting onto bikes is the lack of convenience. So that was my highest priority, was simple, convenient. So no, to get on.
Look at that.
Oh, jet pilot, yes!
So yeah, it's super easy to use. Basically, you just
And with the windscreen like this, how does that?
yeah. So I don't get all the bugs in my teeth, as though people might think you do. No, it's
It actually
fine.
goes
Like,
up, the airflow goes over your
well,
head.
no, it's in my face. So I'm running a helmet with a face shield.
Oh, okay, sure. There you go.
And it's really kind of a necessity on any e-bike.
Yeah.
You know, when you're going 40 kilometers an hour,
Yeah,
whether
yeah.
it was coming up or not. This I can just wipe with the back of my glove when it's raining. Versus as soon as you have a windshield, now
gotta
you
have
need windshield wipers, and then your complexity is going up.
What's your range in the city, you know?
So running at my 40 kilometer per hour, 1800 watt, about 50 to 60 kilometer range, depending on how many hills I've encountered. And then highway at its most economical setting, I can get 80 kilometers.
Yes. Phenomenal. Do you have a target price for your production version?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get it to market for around 6,000 US or less without battery.
That's $1,000 battery you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Yeah, it's $1,000 battery, and that's kind of the minimum. But the reason I'm thinking without battery is that's kind of a choice that the end user is going to want to make. Whether they want, do you just need to go 40 kilometers, or do you want to go 200?
Yeah.
Because that's the difference of several $1,000s.
Yeah.
There's room in the chassis for 2 more batteries of the size I currently have now.
About 25 pounds a piece, something like that.
Yeah. For this is a 20 amp hour, 72 volt. It's using 18650 cells. They're Panasonic
Nice.
PFs.
They're nice. Where are you manufacturing this?
If I do, I will be making them in Victoria for the first 10, the first beta test bikes.
Are you going to get crowdfunding or anything to launch it?
Yeah. I'm going to launch an Indiegogo campaign in about a month.
I'll look for that.
And they'll be able to transfer their waitlist position as well, like pass it on to somebody else if they don't want to.
Oh, nice.
They don't want
That's
to
smart.
connect it.
Somebody can sit.
And the turn signals are definitely another thing that really helps. in traffic.
Sure.
The
Oh,
more
yeah.
information you
Because
give
when you're
motorists-
riding a bike and you stick your arm out and you're
Yeah.
hanging onto the handlebars, it's not always.
No, and then what do you do if you're, like I find, like if you're waiting to go left, you know, you're going to have to put your hand back on the bar and start pedaling at some point, right?
So how do you get into this thing?
So,
Watch this.
step in,
Sit down.
on.
So this does help the
So this
aerodynamic?
keeps the rain and the wet off of my feet and my pants.
Okay.
So instead of having to wear rain suit and booties, I can just wear a good jacket. I have a helmet with a face shield,
This is smart.
so that keeps it out of my eyes.
Yeah.
You could use a more conventional motorcycle style helmet, but you need to breathe. Like if you're exercising, you need to breathe, and I wear glasses.
That's
and
right.
fog
A
up.
fog up.
So I had to hunt around to find a helmet that allowed me to have a visor, but still breathe.
Yep.
How does the traffic treat you?
You know, it's really interesting. It's magnets. People they give me way more room than I need.
Because it's
visually
wider.
it presents a really big surface area,
Because
but
they're
it's
all
actually
looking at you and going, what the
what the hell is that thing? But it's actually its widest point is the handlebars. So its widest point is
That's
24
neat.
inches
That
wide.
is really neat.
Most people are really positive about it. When they see me pedaling, that makes it all okay. Right? They see me actively pedaling, like, oh, it really is a bicycle.
And the police are fine.
Yeah, the police are fine. Like I say, I actually, like about a month ago, I finally stopped a couple of cops and said, hey, I've been riding this thing for 2 years. Not one of you guys has stopped me. Shouldn't you ask me what this is? And the guy said, no, we can see you're pedaling. It's a bicycle. It's fine.
An enlightened police officer. How wonderful.
Okay, there you go. Pedal if you want or not. Throttle to go.
You've got a throttle on the.
Brakes to stop. And then we've just got turn signals for left and right.
So where's your throttle?
Just this guy here.
Oh, okay, just like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it has regenerative braking, so if you squeeze the brake lever just a little bit, it turns the motor into a generator, so that slows you down, and you get energy back into the battery. So yeah, so this has got a little switch in it, and as soon as I squeeze the brake lever a little bit, that switch tells the controller to go into regen mode.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically all I have to do is squeeze the brake lever a little bit and it basically tells it to turn into a generator. But I do actually have what's called proportional regen. So what that means is when I squeeze the brake lever a little bit to tell it's in regen mode, my throttle actually becomes a potentiometer that tells it how much braking. So squeeze the brake lever and then hit the throttle and actually increase my braking.
The throttle becomes a brake, an
Yeah,
adjustable
it
brake.
comes
Yeah, I got it.
basically, so because this is just a simple switch. So throwing the switch tells it regen 20%. If I want more regen, the throttle will up it as high as, which I think it probably tops out at about 40, because the battery can only handle so much current going back in.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as you're over 55 kilometers per hour, it will start regenerating anyway.
Oh, okay.
So it's got kind of a built-in top speed. Like coming down Fort Cove Hill, no brakes. The fastest I got going was 60.
That's right. That's right.
Fast enough.
That's
Which is
right.
fast enough,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. The hub motor has got one moving part. It's basically an armature that spins around the stator, which is the axle.
Oh, okay.
So it's mechanically super simple. There's no gearing to wear out. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So in terms of mechanically wearing parts, we've got this chain, this
The other
chain,
chain.
and then we've got a number 25 roller chain on the other side that drives the generator.
Yeah, I see that.
None of those chains are under any significant load at any time. So there's no reason for them to actually wear out.
Excuse me, what do you love? I'm shooting some video here. What do you love?
Garth.
And about the
Oh, the
bike?
I
Good answer, huh? Good answer.
just love the fact
can I
that
buy
it's
you a
not
coffee?
overly heavy. It looks like the steering is very, very easy, in and out access.
Yes.
The lighting, the fact that it's lit, and I just think it's a brilliant idea, Tig. I think you've done a really great idea with something that's, out of the box electronic bike. Great.